Mm. Hello, my loves. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing good. I got up today. I've been up, and then I went for a walk, and I haven't gone for a walk through. I walk through the neighborhood, but I don't walk like I normally do, like outside the neighborhood and around the block and stuff. So today I did that. I just got up and I put my clothes on, and it felt good, even though my back was hurting. But I went through it. I ran a little bit, a few times, just building up my endurance and my breath again. I'm not going to stop this time. I'm just going to keep going, even when I don't feel like it in the rain. I want y'all to hold me to it, okay? I'm going to be honest with y'all. So, I guess since I put up, I was in my feelings, and I generally don't do that. I like to deal with my feelings by myself, but this not that journey for that. I really felt inspired to do it, right? Make sure I ain't got no boogers. I got y'all all up my nose. I'm looking out the window. I get bird play all the time. It's beautiful. Let me lay down where I can see out the sun. How y'all feeling today? I want to ask y'all opinion on something. Excuse the raspiness. All right, yeah, that's better. So I want to ask y'all opinion. Actually, let's do this. So I ain't gotta hold the phone. Let's see. I wonder how it's gonna record. I'll do it this way. So I want to ask y'all opinion. I know in my other video I just said that I wasn't watching any tarot, but I just watched this one, and it's a new person, and she was like, I've been going back and forth, so I really do want your opinion. Hey, my spiritually savage family, I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in to my channel, my 11 subscribers thus far. Today's date is 7/23/2021, and it is 9:21. Okay, 9:21. Okay, okay. In the AM on the East Coast, and I've been going back and forth. I really want your opinion. My 11 subscribers, to my 11 subscribers. That's what I'm going to title this, because I really do want y'all opinion. Why 11 is significant to me. Why 11 is new beginnings. 11 is, and when you reduce it, is 2. That's why it's also for 2 flame, your twin flame. Um, and so I woke up feeling just good. So I went walking and I'm singing love songs I ain't thought about in a minute. I'm creating songs, being grateful for any and everything that I get. Sometimes I take, yeah, sometimes you gotta take your respect. Yeah, sometimes you do. And so that's funny that I said that, because the opinion that I want is, what is your opinion on firearms? Now, I've gone to the shooting range, and I actually love going to the shooting range, but I've always been dead set against um, guns, right? And it was because of a tragic accident that happened when I was in my 20s. Um, that it didn't happen to me, but it happened to someone close to me. And it was just like, no, especially all the kids and stuff like that get shot by guns. So I've always been dead set against it, right? And given the climate that we are in now, actually, ever since Sandra Bland, because when Sandra Bland got shot and killed, well, when she got killed in jail, God, she didn't get shot, she got strangled to death. Um, when when that happened to her, And I've spoken on this before, but it jolted me. It like shook me because sad to say that as a society and myself that we've become um, numb to unjust killings of minorities, right? Specifically black people. How can I not say that, right? Specifically black people. And it was men in general. It was men in general. But Sandra Bland was like the very first woman to, it was just known what happened. It wasn't in our face like it was with George Floyd, where it was just it was documented. Everybody watched it, everybody heard it. Nobody, race, creed, or color could deny that because it didn't touch color, it touched the feminine energy. There were sayings going around that every mother heard that cry. Every mother heard that. I have not brought myself to watch it. I've seen a clip where he called out for his mama, and that was it. I can't watch anymore. So I've never watched the whole video, right? So when Sandra Bland happened, it was like, okay, they don't care for our life at all. We are meaningless to them. It was like, okay, they were killing men, but we all know that they've always been scared of the melanated man. Really. But now women, why? What happened? Women are no longer sacred to them. Black women were no longer sacred. So I say all that to say, we're just women, period. Because they're not just killing black women, but their life is precious no matter what it means. And I've always felt that. Like, I never want to be at the hands of killing anybody, hurting, harming, or injuring anybody. Even when I grew up fighting, and the first time I seen the repercussions of me fighting a girl, it scared the bejesus out of me, to the point where I literally began the journey of like not fighting or thinking about it because I seen the damage that I could do. And it shook me. It really, really, really did. It did. To the point where I came home and told my mom about it. Like, I was that shook. I wanted to cry. Right? That was crazy. And I was 13 when that happened. God was working through me then and changing me then. But I say all that to say, and I give that story and I give those analogies because I have been contemplating getting a gun. I have been contemplating getting a gun. And I've gone to now my main concern was safety and all that. So I've literally taken 2 classes. When I was in Texas, the guy I was dating then paid for me a class. And then when I came back to Georgia, I paid for my own class. And I was going back to that gun range for a minute when I could afford to do so. And I know when I can afford to do so again, soon come, that I'm going to go again. But I've been deliberating on whether or not I was going to go and purchase one. And so, of course, I already have my decision made. But out of my 11 subscribers, I would like to know what your opinion is down in the comments. And if you've watched any other video, I've never asked for comments, ever. And, not to be funny or nothing, but I'm of the mindset I'm not listening to nobody but myself and God and my ancestors. So, yeah, I'm not. So that's really the main reason why I've not asked for no one's opinion about anything or comments, but I do welcome them. I do welcome them because it challenges me and it increases my perspective. That's why I've always loved talking to people. I do. I love talking to people. My whole life, I've talked to people. I've given strangers hugs. I've complimented people I don't know. It's just, I love people, which is why it would be like me harming them is me harming myself. But if it came down to it, I got to defend myself. I know now that I am my biggest advocate. I am the one that is going to save me. And that means in all forms. And so, as much as I wanted to put that fighter side of me to the side, I do realize that there comes a time and a place where I may have to fight back or fight for my life because energetically they've been trying to kill me. So I don't know, but I know I'm protected. But I also know I have a hand in that protection. But what's your opinion on being armed? What's your opinion on being armed? Tell me down in the comments. And I will definitely share my decision after I read you guys' comments. And I do respond back. I do. Because I like talking to people and I like encouraging people. I have hope. But you know what? I used to have hope in people around me. Now I have more hope in myself than I do about the people around me. And I have more hope in God because He did intervene. He intervened in my life. Oh my goodness, y'all just don't even understand. I am here by sheer miracle because God intervened and my ancestors intervened. Yeah, they intervened. I was watching one tarot reader, and it was like during the beginning when I first was introduced to tarot, and I swear, y'all, I was like, I was shook it. I'm talking about shook it. I was when I first got introduced to YouTube because I didn't get introduced to it by myself. I was happened to be at a person's house and they was always watching it, watching different things, and that's how I got introduced to tarot. Because I wasn't on that. I was like just trying to understand my mind and trying to understand what was going on and just trying to talk to people and be like, okay, well, what's going on? Well, what happened? Can we talk about it? Let's repair this. And all I was getting was the door. All I was getting was people hand. All I was getting was people saying things like, well, you did too much. How can a person do too much? I was told that I did too much because I bought one of my nieces, everything they needed. Everything they needed. Their mom was on drugs and my brother couldn't handle it, right? So, but I was told that, and I was flabbergasted. I was like, how? The parents weren't capable of doing it. If I had it to do, why would I not do it? But that is illness. That is sickness. I no longer hold it against him. I did. I didn't understand it back then. So right now, I'm just sharing the emotions that I felt back then. This is holding no judgment because I understand. I understand it. I understand it now and I overstand it to a point where I've come to grips with it and resolution with it. So it doesn't bother me. But now I understand why things happen and how they happen. So hopefully y'all will share your comments down below. If you're in a place like I am, These are questions you may need to be asking yourself as well, okay? It may not be the same question that I am posing about guns, but it may be something else that you are battling with that God is trying to see or have you see it differently, okay? It may be something else that He is having you question or your ancestors want you to take a look at. You're probably getting signs. And the reason why I'm on here is because I have been battling with that my entire life. I done went to the gun range, I done popped guns off and everything, but I have still not taken the the initiative to purchase my own in defense of myself against someone else. That is so crazy and that's so mind-boggling. But I am breaking out of that. So I'm telling y'all, I'm already told y'all my decision. But I do want to know y'all's opinion. I do. I would love to know you guys' opinion. Okay? I pray that day will never come where I will never have to use it. I really do. I really do. I really, 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 really do. But in the off chance that it does, I'm a great shot, even when I first went to the gun range. Even when I first went, I'm sending mass. I posted it. Yeah, I'm sending mass. Clear shot. Clear shot. But I pray I never have to. I love people too much. I don't even want to fight nobody no more. I really don't. It do something to me. It do something to me. It made me sad. That's why I don't whoop children no more. Plus, I realize and understand, overstand, and understand that I am smarter than a fifth grader. And if I can use my smarter than the fifth grader emotional intelligence, then I can come across and get my point across without harming, hurting, or injuring a part of me because everybody is connected. I'm learning to understand that. I have to understand it before I enter and overstand it. But I'm understanding it now or accepting the fact that I am because I took that vow not to hit a child probably about 2 years ago. Yeah. And I even mean pop. Our own papa. I know that old saying in the Bible, spare the rod, spoil the child. I need to look up to see what the actual definition of rod meant back in the olden days, in the olden days. It could mean something completely different. And we use in our own 20th century dictionaries and Webster dictionary to define words now that mean something totally different back when it was written and when the world was created, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So I don't have to. But I also understand that children are dealing with energies and entities as well. And if they're not encouraged to deal with them in a very healthy way, then essentially you're dealing with demon children. People don't like to think that and admit that, but you got to understand, understand, and understand why they always made movies about children that were demonic, you know? In every part of a lie, there's a bit of truth. Just remember that. That's why I say take everything with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt. Everything you watch, every commercial you watch, every movie you've watched. Listen, everything you have watched thus far in your life is related to your life in some way. I promise you. I would tell you no lie. Okay? This going on 20 minutes, so I'm finna end it. Okay, y'all? Oh, my bad. The phone fell down. I'm gonna lay here for a bit. I haven't done no work, meaning no research on anything the past few days. I've sat in silence. I've vegged out on one of my favorite sitcoms that I never got to watch the last 3 seasons, which is Psych. I don't know if y'all know that, but I love that show. It's hilarious. It is. It's hilarious. I love them together. Anywho, my loves, leave your comment below whether or not you are for or against. And I love you guys. I love you. If no one has told you today at all, know that I love you. And you are loved more than you think, more than you know, more than you feel. I say that to myself too, and sometimes I forget when my emotions can be so overwhelming. Listen, when I say we're doing a good job, we are doing a good job because I've been emotional my whole life. But when you know better, you do better. Yeah. When you know better, you do better. And I'm anxious to test it out in the real world, in the matrix. I am. Do that still apply? Let's see. But there are certain things you're going to get the beast out of me. So, and I'm not going to hold back. That's just it. I love you. Namaste. Mazel tov. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Smile in the sun. Smile in the sun. Listen, I will sing a song about anything. I love you guys. Have a good one.